The 25 best virtual wholesaling markets. What is up, guys? Zach Ginn here, and in today's video, I'm going to reveal the top 25 virtual wholesaling markets. That is right. If you are looking to find a good virtual wholesaling market, these are going to be the 25 markets that you need to be pulling ASAP as soon as possible for you to get great real estate wholesaling deals. 25, this is going to be Hadburg, Mississippi. So let's make this red so it's bigger for everyone. We can copy it down here. But Hadburg, southern Mississippi type area. This is one I don't think I've talked about too much, but it is a killer virtual wholesaling market. It is something not talked about too much. The real estate wholesaling gurus don't speak about it, and it's kind of a hush-hush secret for most of y'all out here. But the truth is, this is a very, very powerful market. This is a market where it's got a decent population. You know, it's in a college town. It's got a good economy, more or less. But really, the best part about it is there's just good wholesaling real estate deals. There's a lot of local guys doing well. They just don't talk about it too much. And I don't think a lot of people understand, but like that whole Lamar County area, let's see here. Is it Lamar? I think it's Forest County too. Let's see. Forest County, it's a little under 100,000. And it does break my rule a little bit of like, is the population good or not? But the truth is, the reason why it breaks my little rule here is because it's good. It works. And I've seen people do well, and that's the best way for me to explain or show what is a good market or not, is if I can see undeniable proof out here that that market works very well or not. So I'll tell you, Hadburg, Mississippi, you look it up on your phone, you look anywhere else, it is a great place to be doing it, and definitely I highly recommend it. So let's go to number 24 here. Let's see. Okay, number 24. Is it? Okay, it's right here. Perfect. All right. So number 24 is one where a lot of people are going to be upset at me. Ain't going to lie here, but just got to reveal it. Got to show you. Number 24 here is Little Rock, Arkansas. Heck, that whole Arkansas region is so good for wholesaling right now. It's that state's really blowing up lately, and it's doing really well. Not a lot of people know, but I mean, I would say all of Arkansas is pretty much doing really well. I really like Fayetteville also, so maybe you can add Fayetteville to this too. It's got Bentonville over there, which is Walmart's headquarters, and they have so many offices there, and the economy's booming, and prices are just actually, I think Benton too is another area that is just, it's going crazy right now. And no one in wholesaling's talking about it. I'm seeing a lot of guys and gals doing virtual wholesaling deals there. Definitely a great market. Not talked about too much, but really all of Arkansas, if you really look at it, right? I mean, heck, a really good spot, Arkansas, which people are going to be upset at, but like, heck, we got Bentonville, Fayetteville, and what's the other one called? Let me see. Texarkana. That's another really good area too. I think they're all amazing ones. The eastern part, it's okay. You know, I mean, anything near Memphis, like West Memphis, I guess you can say so. But really, I'm going to say that northwest area of Arkansas, and then anything by Texas on the border, closer to Shreveport, those are going to be great virtual wholesaling markets. It's good. I'm telling you. So I'm getting a question, what's the criteria for a top 25? First of all, I have to have a lot of virtual wholesalers do well. It's got to at least hit some of my criteria. And just overall, what I personally think, what Zach Ginn thinks, is the top 25 virtual wholesaling markets for 2024. That's it. That's my opinion. Okay. If you think there's a better one, show me, and show me more wholesalers doing well. But we're going down the list here, and the list is a lot different. I think that's the one thing I don't think a lot of people truly understand here. And I think it's actually hilarious to myself that a lot of people think, what happened 4 years ago is still good now. There's a lot that's changing. We really have to understand exactly how to do it, right? So Arkansas, a great wholesaling market. Number 23 here, Lynchburg, Virginia. This is one that didn't know if I should be revealing or not. I'm not going to spill all the beans on it, but it's a great market. There is a big college there, Liberty University. There is a ton of people who live there, and there is a lot of wholesaling. There's a lot of wholesalable homes there. And if you don't live in a good area for virtual wholesaling or for wholesaling real estate in general, this is a great one, right? I did a video on that Arkansas law that came out, and it was that Virginia law, it was absolutely ridiculous. Pretty much had no teeth on it. It was pretty stupid. And they don't describe anything the right way. They didn't really stop assignment of contracts. It wasn't done really the right way. And I explained what to do in that video. I'm not going to say business as usual there, but like pretty close to it. I mean, let's get some case law, but we're never going to get that. So what are you going to do? But Lynchburg, Virginia, it's a good area. Let's check out the population here in Lynchburg, Virginia, just so we understand exactly the exact population. Let's see here. Lynchburg's approximately 80,000 people. That's pretty good. And then if you look at the whole county, let's see here. It's an independent city. Jeez Louise. Virginia's always weird how they do things. But that whole area, let's see. Lynchburg, Virginia. Go here. It's even got Timberlake. Yeah, that whole... It's not really a county, but it's like independent. It's good. It's kind of in the middle of nowhere too. And so that's why I think it's kind of funny. But they got a good economy going. There's a lot of people doing deals there, and there's a lot of older houses. And most importantly, there's cash buyers. So I think it's insane to me right now. And so let's keep talking. Let's get into it, and let's talk about wholesaling real estate, right? Number 22, Rochester, upstate New York. Now, Rochester, upstate New York is definitely a great market. It's just definitely... I feel like it's overlooked because of it being an attorney state, which does have its issues if you know how to get around that. But I would say Rochester, upstate New York is probably one of the best ones because ARVs are very low, tons of population, ton of buyers, and the sellers are decent. They're not terrible. You know, it's not the end of the world dealing with these type of sellers. And so I'll say Rochester, New York is definitely something that is severely underrated in wholesaling real estate and something I highly recommend for anyone watching this right now. Rochester, New York, kind of that whole... Anything on that lakeside, it will work really good too. There's that, I mean, even Syracuse, but that's more of, Syracuse works better if you're in person. So looking at the map here, upstate New York, I would say really if you can get anywhere between Buffalo on kind of that edge side there on Lake Ontario, I'd say Rochester, Buffalo region is probably my favorite, if I could say. Is that... Seneca's okay too, but I really do like that Rochester area the best. Syracuse is okay, but it's not as big. And then I wouldn't go anything north of that. I would say just avoid that in general. It drives me crazy, but don't overthink this. If I'm saying it, it works. Saying that, it works. Okay, I'm getting a lot of comments on these markets, right? Oh, you'll never talk about this market. Oh, it's in there. But 22, Rochester, upstate. 21, I'm going to get a lot of flack for this. I do need to input a lot more West Coast places. I say Medford, Oregon's a decent area. If you're on the West Coast and you want to kind of hit some West Coast things, I'm seeing a lot of people doing well in Oregon. So Medford, Salem area, heck, outside of Portland. As long as on the West Coast and there's a bigger population and ARVs are low enough, I think it's going to be good for wholesaling. And that's my theory. And then I set out there to tell people, my theories, and then they go out here and do it. And so I never thought Oregon was a good market too much until I started, people started getting checks and deals. And I'm like, oh, I've been proven wrong. And some JV deals. And I'm like, okay, it works. And, it's a good suggestion. I don't think it's severely oversaturated. And that's why it kind of hit today on the list here. Now, number 20, we're coming in hot here. A state that I've never talked about before. That's right. Davenport, Iowa. Not Iowa City, not Des Moines, but Davenport, Iowa. And specifically a wholesaling market that I haven't really seen anyone talk about, but the Quad Cities. And so Quad Cities is a region in the United States. It's kind of on the Illinois-Iowa border. So maybe you don't want to do Illinois. If you're in Illinois and you can do Illinois, I do like that area. So it's going to be that Moline, I think, area, right? Rock Island, Mercer, Clinton, Scott. Those are good areas. But Davenport, Iowa is probably going to be an amazing area. And so let me look at Quad Cities on a map here, just so we can understand this. This is going to be, let's go here. Can I just share my screen? Yeah, I can share my screen, right? Yeah, there we go. So Quad Cities is going to be right here. This is Davenport. So Moline, Davenport area, East Moline. This is going to be a good area right here for wholesaling. And the one we're kind of talking about today. Definitely highly recommend it. Not talked about at all by really anyone, but let me tell you something you guys don't even understand. All right, but let's look at the Quad Cities population. All right, 383,000 residents in the Quad Cities. You probably never even heard that place before. There's 383,000 people living in that area. That's insane. Just because they don't have any NBA teams or NFL teams, you probably never heard of it. There's large cities with hundreds of thousands of people that you've never heard about. And it's frankly insane to me that no one's heard about these spots and areas when really it's a good strategy. And I think it's definitely one I wanted to tell you. I think it's something you guys needed to hear. But Davenport, Iowa, Quad Cities, chef's kiss, amazing market to be going after, and one that I highly love and I highly recommend here. Number 19 here is going to be a very good market, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Love Milwaukee. Wisconsin's it's a love-hate relationship wholesaling there. There's definitely some areas that are a lot harder to do than others. But really, if you can go to Racine all the way up to Milwaukee, that's what I'm talking about, right? I'm not going to say Madison or Westsaw or Eau Claire, but really, if you can hit Milwaukee up, I think you're in a good area. I truly believe that. It's still kind of on that Illinois border, but I've just seen a lot of virtual wholesalers do well. It's definitely something I'm recommending and telling you guys should be doing right now in wholesaling. Not a lot of people talking about it. Not a lot of people know it's actually, the ARVs are so cheap in Milwaukee. And there's so many buyers there. It's a virtual wholesaler's dream, and it's perfect. You don't have to even have a Wisconsin accent to go do it. That's why it's so good. So Milwaukee, Wisconsin, number 19 here, virtually wholesale there. I'm telling you, it's a good area to be going after. Number 18 here is Fort Wayne, Indiana. Yeah, that's right. Fort Wayne, Indiana. Hundreds of thousands of people living there. Everyone thinks of Indianapolis, but no, Fort Wayne, stinking Indiana. That's right. Fort Wayne, guys. I highly recommend this one because, again, no one talks about it. So the amount of other virtual wholesalers going in here is going to be low. Now, me talking about is probably not the best thing, but like someone's got to spill the beans. Okay, man. All right. So Fort Wayne, Indiana, I think it's a great virtual wholesaling market. I don't think a lot of people are really looking into a market like this because they want to hit a bigger city. But like, you think about this, right? Let's kind of pop up the Google Maps here. Get some water. Excuse me. Okay, let's go to here. If you go all the way down here to Indianapolis, right? This is where everyone's doing it, right? And heck, you can even go all the way up to Carmel and all these other areas. But I'll tell you that go up north here, right here to Fort Wayne. Holy moly, that is a good area for virtual wholesaling because not a lot of people, and I'm telling you right here, not a lot of people are doing this area. And it's big. It doesn't look big. I know it doesn't look big, but thing's crazy. So let's look at the population of Fort Wayne, Indiana. We got a population right now of 265,000 people. Think about that for a second. 265,000 people. Wow. That's huge, right? I mean, Indianapolis is bigger, obviously. And heck, we got like a trio of really good markets here because you got Dayton right here is good. Fort Wayne's good. Indianapolis is good. But like Fort Wayne, wow, it's a big population. It's never talked about. Like heck, if we even search Allen County's got 385,000 people. Yeah, it's absolutely massive. I see a lot of people doing a lot of great wholesaling deals there. So yeah, get your butt over there to Fort Wayne, Indiana. Good area, good market, highly recommended. Number 17 here is going to be Columbus, Ohio. You know, is it the best like market to be in? Probably not. But with the sheer volume for my guys out here that are looking for extra markets that are doing well, this is definitely going to be something you should be doing. Columbus, Ohio, it has the population. It can handle a bigger wholesaling operation. And I think that's something that not a lot of wholesalers are talking about. You can handle a bigger operation right here in Columbus, Ohio without really dealing with the hassle of a smaller market. You instantaneously have all these buyers. So Columbus, Ohio's huge buyer pool. It's a great one. And number 16 here, I don't want to give it up, but it's my own personal market, Port St. Lucie, Florida. It's where Zach Ginn and Rick Ginn got their start, I guess. Hundreds of thousands of people living here. Do I even want to spill the beans? I probably don't want to, but I will, because in my county where I wholesale, the population is 343,000. Think about that. 343,000 people. That's insane. That is an absolutely astronomical number. And the problem is not a lot of wholesalers really want to talk about this, but like it's a huge market, a ton of buyers, and I'm doing very well there. Okay. So Port St. Lucie, St. Lucie County, great area. Heck, you can even include Indian River County, Brevard County, and Martin County, all those counties together into that region. Treasure Coast region. It's amazing. I love St. Lucie County. It's always a great one. Highly recommend it. Port St. Lucie, go there. It's a great virtual wholesaling market and a great wholesaling market in general. So I definitely highly recommend that one. Now, number 15 here, this is one I've talked about before. It's going to be Burks County, PA. Burks County, PA is another hidden gem virtual wholesaling market that, again, it's honestly depressing that no one knows about, no one talks about. But Burks County, PA, let's go here. So if you go here to Pennsylvania, we're scrolling down here, where in the world are we? All right, we're in PA right here. You just go to Philadelphia and all you're going to do is look for like Reading, Allentown. So it's Harrisburg, Lebanon, Allentown. Here's Wilkes-Barre. It's going to be right over here. I think this is it. So it's going to be like Wilkes-Barre. It's right where the Yingling factory is. Let's go here. Strasburg. It's Newark. Oh, Pottstown's right here. There it is. All right. So kind of this region here. There's Reading. Okay. So it's going to be like this area right here. That works really good for wholesaling real estate. Oh, go ahead and share my screen. There we go. Right here in Pennsylvania. So let's scroll out and scroll back in here. So this is PA, right? Eastern part. So like right here, like this little region right here, absolutely amazing. Huge population. Let's look up Burks County. 429,000 people in Burks County. Again, I truly believe the lesson of today's video I'm doing is markets that no one talks about for virtual wholesaling that have big populations, low enough ARVs, and there's secretly a ton of wholesalers doing well. Because that's basically what I'm talking about today. So many people are sleeping on this stuff. And I truly believe a lot of wholesalers watching this are in these markets and they think, oh, wait, it's not a good market. I ain't going to do it here. And secretly, it's a banging great market. So Berks County, Pennsylvania, guys, be doing it. I promise you, it's a great market. Not a lot of people are doing it. I'm just being honest with you. It's a good one. Next here is going to be number 14, Macon, Georgia. Macon is kind of in the central part of Georgia. It's got very, very low ARVs. And, there's some big crime rate areas there, and I ain't gonna lie, Macon gets a little scary. That's why we don't put Gary, Indiana. Everyone's like, why are you talking about Gary? I'm like, scary Gary? Oh, no. That's a rough market to be in. Macon, Georgia, though, a lot of people doing deals. And there are good areas in Macon where you can wholesale. Buyers want to buy. And a lot of wholesaling deals can be done. So 14 here, Macon, good population, decent area. Number 13 here, Dayton, Ohio. Kind of the same thing in that Indianapolis region. And then you got Fort Wayne, and then boom to the right in southwestern Ohio is going to be Dayton, Cincinnati area. Prefer more of the whole Montgomery County, Ohio area. A huge population, lower ARVs, and a ton of virtual wholesaling deals can be done. The buyers are really good for virtual wholesaling there. It's just a market that works. I don't know what else to tell you. It's a market that works. It's a market that will get you wholesaling deals, and a market where you can make a ton of stinking money. So a lot of people are sleeping on Dayton. Don't sleep on Dayton. It's a good market. Number 12 here. Now we're getting close. Oklahoma City, guys. Don't get me started. Okay. Oklahoma City passed a law about how you can't publicly market for sale your actual interest. Basically, we have no interpretation because it's just a law that never gets enforced. But it's basically talking about how you can't post your deals on Craigslist and Facebook groups. That's my definition of it. Everyone's got their own one, but that's what it is. I would say Oklahoma City is a great one because all the virtual wholesalers left. Tulsa's another decent area for it, but it's a good market. A lot of great virtual wholesaling deals. It's a good area. A lot of wholesalers there too. Definitely underrated still. And ones with a good population, a good amount of deals, and a lot of wholesaling to be done there. Number 11 here, Onslow County. Love Onslow County. Like Jacksonville, North Carolina region. Again, not talked about, but huge population. Like if we look at Onslow County, let's go here. 206,000 people in Onslow County. So not talked about too much. Let me show it here on the map. Let's go here. So if you look on the map here, it's going to be this area of North Carolina. So like right here in the Bay, I think they have a big Coast Guard base there. What is that? DMO camp? Oh, is that Camp Lejeune? Yeah, it's a military base. Oh, that's Camp Lejeune. Marine, is this a Marine office? If I'm allowed to scroll over that. But a bunch of military bases. Good population, good economy there for virtual wholesaling. Love Onslow County. So I highly recommend it. I'll tell you, it's a good one to be going after. So yes, a big Marine base, military bases there. And honestly, I found with military bases there, it's a good area to be in. Onslow County, go after it, go do it. Number 10 here. Now we got to get in some bigger markets, obviously, because we can't do all small, little, tiny markets, right? Houston, Texas, Beaumont area, it's so big. This is probably one of the most saturated markets on this list, but there's so much opportunity. I'll say Houston and Beaumont, Texas, hands down, if you live there, go after it. It's a great one to be doing. It's a great one, really, just because of how much competition, how much speed has to be done. Virtual wholesaling is kind of perfect here. Love it. Houston, Texas, Beaumont, highly recommend it because just Beaumont's kind of that area no one talks about, which has a decent population. Like look at Beaumont, Texas population. Look here, 112,000. It's insane. So it's more of an oil place, right? But Beaumont's great. I kind of discovered it because it was just a lot of wholesaling deals would be done there. That guy with the big hurricane, Houston, Beaumont, go after it, guys. I'm telling you, it's little talked about, but I'll tell you, because it's not talked about too much, there still is plenty of wholesaling real estate opportunities. And when you can find good real estate wholesaling opportunities, you make a ton of money in this business. So Houston, Beaumont, I'll tell you, go after it. Great market. Number 9 here is going to be Fresno, California. Again, the only one in California, but big population, one of the last cheap or quote affordable housing you're going to find in that area. So Fresno, California, definitely going to recommend it to you. I don't think wholesalers talk about this too much, but it's a good market. And I swear to you guys out here right now, if you are not taking any of these opportunities up and you think, oh, I'm just only going to do what's ranked 1 or I'm going to do what's ranked 2 or 3, you're going to be behind. Because if you got to know that, like, yeah, I'm ranking these obviously, but like more people are going to go to the higher ranked ones, which is going to make it more saturated. And these people go to freewholesaling.com, they pull the lists that actually work, and then those lists get a little more saturated. It kind of sucks. I get it. But Fresno, California, go after it. It's a good market. It's great. I highly recommend it. And we get it. Let's see here. All right. Number 8 here is going to be, guessed it, Indianapolis, Indiana. So yes, it's like Fort Wayne, but there's just so many people living there. It's such a big market. Like, let's look at Fort Wayne's population, Indianapolis, Indiana. So it's like Fort Wayne, but it's got 887,000 people in it, like just crazy. And if you even look at Marion County, 907, like basically almost 1 million people. It's 1 million people going out here. Like seriously, a million people in Indianapolis. Crazy. Absolutely stupid. Got Indianapolis, Indiana out here. It's crazy to me. So huge population, ton of wholesalers going out here. Got to be going after here, and I'm going to ask, like, what do you do Bakersfield? Find me guys doing well in Bakersfield, man. Like, it's not, the reason I'm telling you this is it's not all about, oh, dude, it's the population, it's the ARV, no. Yes, that is good. But where are we seeing virtual wholesalers doing well? Guess what? Fresno. I'm seeing them do well in Fresno. I ain't seeing them doing well in Bakersfield, man. And that's the issue. It's more about the buyers too. That's something we got to talk about. Number 7 here is one of my personal ones, Detroit, Michigan. And yes, I'm a little biased on the higher ends because these are areas where I've done a lot of deals. And so if I'm going to tell you a good market, it's going to be one I've done deals in. So Detroit, Michigan, done deals. Great area. Stupid population. I think it's going to be probably the biggest market in this list. But like the whole Wayne County, Michigan area, Wayne County's got 1.8 million people. Like, come on, bruh, come on. Huge, massive. And I'm not saying to go to the ghetto in Detroit, but like go out here in Detroit, Michigan and do all of Wayne County. So like you can do Livonia, you can do Royal Oak area. Like there's so many great areas in Detroit, Michigan. Chef's kiss the whole place, man. I'll tell you, highly recommend it. Not a lot of people talk about it, but Detroit, Michigan, go after it. I love it. I don't think a lot of people are doing it the right way. Government listed right there. It's a good area to be at. Number 6 here, Eastern Tennessee, Knoxville, Tennessee region. Definitely got my first virtual wholesaling deal here. And it's one that it is harder to do, I ain't going to lie, than when I started, but that's just wholesaling real estate in general. But I would say, even if you're looking to get a start here. Pull the government list. They still work really well. There's a ton of deals to be done here. And there's a ton of buyers. Heck, if you even do all of Knox County, still good. And so I'll say Knoxville, Tennessee is a good one, but like just Knox County in general is probably going to be where the better deal is going to be at because I'm just going to do the city. So just ask your buyers where they want to buy there and you'll be pretty good to go. Sevierville is really good too. I mean, I'm not going to tell you Gatlinburg. Let's see here. So like look on the map here, what's going to work well. Amherst is good too. Heck, you can even go all the way out here to, there's even deals out here in like that Mascot region, Cedar Bluff, Concord. Like you got buyers wanting to buy everywhere. As long as there's a decent population, you're good to go. Shout out to everyone here also in like Chattanooga. Clarksville is also like another like sneaky good market. Think about that. But Tennessee in general, it's so good. It's insane. Number 5 here is going to be the Florida Panhandle. Again, just Destin, Pensacola, even Panama City. Like there's just so many great deals there. And the ARV is higher than the average. I will tell you this, but the population's good. It's got a great economy. People are moving there. And there's just a stupid amount of people. I kid you not. There's a stupid amount of people going out here and buying properties, like cash buyers. Stupid amount of cash buyers. And because there's a stupid amount of cash buyers trying to buy deals here, you should be going after it. So yeah, Florida Panhandle, Highly recommend it. I think every wholesaler should just consider this market because there's 3 big cities that you can be doing deals in. And so just the whole Panhandle, just so we're all on the same page here, where the Panhandle's at. So it's this area of Florida where like it kind of, so if you look out here, like you got Florida right here, this whole like region, it's good to go. So like, heck, Panhandle, I'm going to say is going to be Panama City right here. Santa Rosa's pretty good too. Fort Walton's good. And then you got Pensacola, which is just like, oh, money right there. So those are going to be the areas, right? Heck, you can go a little bit inside of Fort Walton too. Still smaller, but like just in this region, that's going to be where the best wholesaling real estate deals for you in the Florida Panhandle are going to be. I highly recommend it. I don't have enough good things. I don't have bad things to say about the Panhandle, except like there are a decent amount of wholesalers, but you're good to go. There's a lot of buyers there. You can get a lot of deals. Go after it, guys and gals. Now, number 4 here, Newport News, Virginia Beach area. Again, let's show it on the map here. Love this area here. Let's go right here in Virginia. Again, they passed they didn't pass. The Senate passed it where you can still do unlimited assignments. Can't do it for consideration. There's ways around it. I did a video on it. I do want everyone to watch it. But really you can double close if you have. Like Virginia's doing some weird legislation about wholesaling. I'm not a big fan of it, but there's so many loopholes around it. You'll be fine. Go to freewholesaling.com. I'll show you what to do here. But heck, you can still wholesale regularly too. Like it's written so bad. Like it doesn't, it's written because you can't ban wholesaling. So they're trying to like ways to like nickel and dime it. But right here. So this area right here, so about Newport News area right here, Chesapeake, okay, yeah, Virginia Beach. So like this area right here has a huge Navy base, and it's a great area. Absolutely insane how big this area is, and it's definitely something no one really talks about. Heck, most people don't even know they might know Virginia Beach barely. That's it. That's it. Okay, so I'm telling you guys, Virginia Beach, Newport News area. Go after it. It's a great one. I've seen a lot of people. They made a stupid law that is just basically has no teeth in it, so you can do whatever you want. Number 3 here, we got a new great market. We got Columbia, Greenville, South Carolina. The guru trained people are going to swarm out. The realtors are going to stop wholesaling, and us unlicensed wholesalers are going to do well. I've been told many times, what, you want wholesalers to be unlicensed? Yeah, I don't need a broker daddy. I don't like people telling me what to do. And a lot of you guys want a broker to tell you what to do. And get and steal your assignment fees from you and get oh no, I have to pay part of my money to taxes. I ain't doing it anymore. So Columbia, Greenville, South Carolina, great markets, kind of different areas, right? But there's a good amount of deals being done there. Heck, you can even add Myrtle Beach if you want to in there too. But South Carolina, it's popping. Great area, great laws. Like what they're doing. Let's get rid of gurus. Like to see it. So number 2, Fayetteville, North Carolina. Again, huge military base. Okay. Think about that. Massive military base. Jay Cole's from there. We all love Cole World. When you talk about the Fayetteville, good area. Love Fayetteville, North Carolina. Ton of creative finance deals being done there. A lot of wholesaling deals being done there. It's a good one. And then number 1, my favorite market, and back because they made a stupid law that's going to bring all the people who don't watch this YouTube channel away, Richmond, Virginia. Guys, all the guru trained people are going to leave. And all the good people are going to come back in here to Richmond, Virginia. Come on, man. It's a good market. I've been talking about this one forever. And because the gurus are telling everyone to leave, that's when you run. It's a good area. I'm telling you guys, when they made that law in Oklahoma and everyone and their mom said it's illegal, but I just read the law. I'm like, no, it's not illegal. You're good to go. It's like screaming, oh, there's a monster in the city. Everyone run. And you walk over to the monster and it's a squirrel. Well, I heard it was big. I heard it was furry. I heard it was a bear. You look at it, it's a squirrel. It's like, come on. Richmond, Virginia, best wholesaling real estate market virtually